being cool was always a good thing. Attracted the females, it gave you some status, and that specific kind of group environment. FY, on the other hand, there was very little status. The status you got was your red shirt, your hours that you put in.
My teenage years, everything was here. Whenever I was having a bad day in school, I came here, I felt better. I was comfortable in my own skin here. I wasn't judged. I always have fun.
And because of that, it became very competitive, where it was between me hanging out with the boys on the block or coming to FY and really trying to earn these shirts. But the backhand education to that was that I was giving back to my community, staying away from the streets. So FY was the catalyst to what I am today.
We used to always be doing mischief, so that wasn't good. Then I came to FYI, and I feel like I really changed because I had something productive to do after school.
After school, I wouldn't be just hanging out with my friends and on the computer, at home, on the internet. I'll be here, doing my homework, having fun.
I was really at a crossroads in my life. I didn't know what I wanted to do. All I knew was that I wanted to work with kids. At what capacity and how, I wasn't sure. And part of the Public Allies program is to partner the individual with a not-for-profit organization. And they partnered me with Fresh Youth Initiatives. And as I was going to Public Allies and working here at Fresh Youth Initiatives as an apprentice, we did an exercise where we had to come up with our personal mission statement. And my personal mission statement at that time was to be a road crossing guard for young people at the crossroads of their lives.
Esteban Ramos came to do a presentation at my middle school, and at that time I was actually part of the basketball team. And I always joked around, I'm not going there, that thing seems whack, free pizza on Fridays. It was free pizza on Fridays. I could get pizza in my home.
I was in a summer camp in a school, and that summer camp was so boring. I didn't like it at all. I told my father, I was like, Papi, I don't want to be here. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you have to do something.
And then what happened was that all the girls started going. So I was like, you know what? Maybe FY, this is the place to be.
He found one of the staff members outside of FYI one day, and he spoke to her, and she was like, listen, we have space at the camp. You can bring your kids tomorrow. So my father brought me, and my brother and I automatically fell in love with it.
We have the after-school program, which is the centerpiece of the organization. We have a community service learning program that works with local middle schools who have 8th graders who need to accumulate community service hours in order to graduate. We have this new program called the Welcome Program that works with 8 and 9-year-olds who are newly immigrated to this country. And the focus there is to help them with learning the English language and acclimating to their new surroundings. And then also recently we've absorbed an organization called the Cornerstone Learning Center that provides qualitative tutoring. And in absorbing that organization, we also now have a location at Fordham University's Lincoln Center campus. And then we also have a summer day camp.
Best decision I made in my life. Once I got here, I really forgot about the girls and enjoyed the program, enjoyed signing in, enjoyed going on these community service events, enjoyed the food pantry was my favorite, enjoyed seeing others smile, and it really taught me to be unselfish. I was pretty selfish when I was young.
Automatically, when we gave those people the cards in the street, they were so happy. They were like, oh, thank you, or gracias, que tenga buen día. And it was so nice. And I was 11, 12, and for you to do something like that, you feel kind of proud of yourself, like, oh my God, I did this.
And he had his hoodie on, he had his head between his knees. So what I found strange about that is he's always usually with the crowd and having fun and laughing, but this time he was all the way down there. So I found that interesting and strange, so I walked over to him, and when I tapped him on his shoulder and said, hey, what's going on? He looked up at me and he was just bawling and crying. And I was like, what's wrong with you? And he said, I had such a good time here being me that I don't want to go back to New York and be the me that I know I'm not.
My mother would have never been able to afford to send me to a camp like that. You know, my mom was a factory worker, and she didn't have time to take me ice skating or bowling. Those are things that I did for the first time in FYI.
Safe. This world isn't really that safe as it used to be, but here they protect you like a family, so they love coming back, and plus the fun they make it. It's always a new adventure.
Activities, all the different activities that we do here, they're pretty entertaining.
Back home, not a lot of kids have good family structures, or not a lot of kids, or some kids have great family structures, but they still enjoy that they can be themselves. And that's why FYI has been FYI for many years to come.
Time to set cheers for the people who came in.
What I hope for these young people upon leaving FYI is that they see that there is a world larger than the blocks and the streets that they live on. That they realize and understand that they have potentials and strengths to be whatever it is that they want to be.